This was one we were able to watch together.
El Norte.
Yeah, El Norte. Had you seen this one before?
No, I had not.
I'd seen it a long time ago. It was actually, the way I saw it, when the Criterion Collection first started putting out Blu-rays, El Norte was actually one of the first ones they ever put out on Blu-ray. I was trying to buy every single Blu-ray release that they put out for a while there until it got out of hand.
That sounds expensive and like you would eat up space really fast.
Yes, this was a long time ago. About two indigenous people, a brother and sister.
Native Mayan.
Their village is essentially under a military rule, it seems, and they're kind of working as slave labor. Their family gets killed, and they have to flee Guatemala. They come up north through Mexico and make their way to America, where they become migrant workers, undocumented workers. And the movie is sort of this epic odyssey following them along their journey. It has this sort of novelistic structure. It's divided into 3 parts. The movie just sort of follows them as they try to survive, as they make mistakes, as they go through this pretty harrowing journey to get to what they think, is going to be like the promised land, America, where they will, get to live the American dream.
They'll have a flush toilet and a car.
Yes, and they do get to live a version of the American dream for a while, but things take a pretty tragic turn at the end. Mm-hmm. It's a very sad movie, a devastating movie, but it is a brilliant movie. It had been a long time since I had seen it, and I was really glad we got to rewatch it because it really absorbs you in the storytelling. The 2 performances from the lead actors as the brother and sister are really incredible. A little bit of background. This is actually a very important movie for the history of American independent film. It was the first feature film by Gregory Nava, who is an American filmmaker of Mexican descent, one of the godfathers of the American independent film movement. El Norte was pretty much made entirely outside of the studio system. I think the only financing they could get, what little bit of financing they could get, was actually from public television. Literally like a 5-person crew just had to drive all throughout Mexico, just in a little van with what equipment they could get, making this movie. And it was sort of a miracle that it happened.
And you wouldn't know it because it's so beautiful.
Yes, it's beautifully shot. I cannot recall the name of the cinematographer, but he was actually a major in-demand cinematographer in Hollywood. He'd actually just finished working on Return of the Jedi, not as the main cinematographer, but as a location cinematographer for that production. And he got a hold of the script for this movie and was just like, this is amazing. I want to help you make it. And it's a beautiful script. It's very haunting. And Nava has this sort of magical realist touch that he brings to the story. It's a movie where the reality of it often goes into dream and hallucination, even though it's very grounded in real events and political and social commentary and all of these really urgent things that he desperately wanted to bring to a wide audience at that time. This film really is a masterpiece.